Good morning. This is Dr. Morse, and this is the Lesson 11 tutorial out of Berkeley Music Theory Book 1. And today we'll be talking about the treble clef, okay? So the first thing you need to know is a clef sign is placed at the beginning of the staff to indicate the pitch of a specific staff line or space. Okay, so basically the analogy that I like to use is that it is like a road map, okay, or a signpost that points to things, some fixed pitch that all other pitches can be derived from, okay, or found from. The treble clef is a G clef, okay, because it looks like a very ornate G. If you had great handwriting or cursive, that's what it would look like. The G is circled by the treble clef, okay, so it's telling you there's G, okay. So this is a little bit different than the other ways we've been talking about reading treble clef. We talked about every good boy does fine for the lines and face for the spaces, but in this case, it gives you a scale, okay? A series of notes here, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So that takes you from the second line to the top space, okay? In treble clef. So you need to know them both ways, okay? I think that learning every good boy does fine takes you so far, but you also just need to start memorizing these, okay? So you're not thinking about or counting spaces or whatever, okay? Also here it shows extended down below, G, F, E, D. So that should get you all of the lines and spaces that are within the treble clef, okay? So we talked a little bit in the last lesson about ledger lines, okay, which we talked about. Ledger lines are lines that are placed at the top or bottom of the staff to extend it, okay? So you've got one ledger line here, two ledger lines. Sometimes you could see that being referred to as two ledger lines C, or you see that, you hear that every once in a while. And here are the low ones, okay? So remember from last lesson that ledger lines are hard to read, okay? So we use a clef to try to get as many of the notes in the staff as possible, okay? So on the back here, we have one more little thing to talk about in this lesson, and that is stem direction, okay? So stem direction right here is the direction you put the stem depending on where the note is, okay? So all the way up to this middle line here, you put the stems going up, okay? When you get to the middle line of the staff, okay, you have a choice, okay? It can go either up or down. But then as soon as you pass that middle line, they have to go down, okay? There are a few exceptions. If you have a string of eighth notes, it could be a little bit different, but for the most part, 95% of the time, you're going to follow this direction with quarter notes and eighth notes, 16th notes, 32nd notes, okay? And half notes as well. All right, so this has been Dr. Morse doing tutorial 11 out of Music Theory Book 1. Have a great day.